comic book fans, welcome to another exciting edition of Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host as always, Cammy. So we got a great week of comic books, and I've got a pick of the week to talk about, followed with Fast 5, and maybe a little something at the end. I'm not sure, you're just going to have to tune in and find out. So let's get into the pick of the week. From Dynamite Entertainment, we have Green Hornet number 3, written by Kevin Smith and art by Jonathan Lau. Now, the thing I've been loving about this series is it's fun. And since I don't know the character all that well, I don't have to worry about any, continuity. Oh, well, actually, in the Green Hornet number 57 back in 1978, I don't have to worry about any of that. You have Britt Reed Sr.'s party going on. He's a big publisher of this paper. And last issue, it was just all of a sudden ambushed by all these villains. And no one knows who these bad guys are, why they're here, why they're crashing this party. This guy named the Black Hornet comes in, and he's looking for Britt Reed Sr. Finds him. They have a fight. Everyone just sees Britt Reed Sr. as the guy who owns the paper. And then they see him get shot down, including Britt Reed Jr., his son, who's always kind of been, a dick and an asshole to his dad and just the world in general. And it kills him to see his dad just murdered in cold blood like that. Eventually, the mystery woman and Britt help, take care of the rest of the bad guys until the police finally come in. And then you see Britt looking for the Hornet, the Black Hornet, looking for his father's killer. So he goes to this one shady bar. He's kind of starting some trouble to find out where the Hornet is or any information on him. And then he gets in a little bit of a tussle. And while this tussle's going on, this one guy is observing his skills and seeing how great he is in the arts of fighting and whatnot. He's kind of mediocre. And asking why he's, looking to avenge his father's killer. Or avenge his father. Well, the person he's talking to is Kato, a really older Kato, and he mops the whole bar room like a mop, hence why he mops the floor with him. And at the end, he introduces Britt to the Green Hornet's lair, and he kind of says, you never really knew what your dad was all about, what we were fighting for. Now, hopefully, he's going to be his sensei and train Britt to be the next Green Hornet. It was fantastic. It just kills me to see that this could have been a movie. This was Kevin Smith's original script for the Green Hornet movie. Now it's in comic book form, but hey, I'm enjoying it nonetheless. But the movie better be fucking better than the comic, or else, heads might roll in the comic book community. Now on to the Fast 5. First up from Vertigo, we have Scalped number 37. Now this is part 2 of the little story arc, and we have Shunka going back into town to find out how Joseph Crane, his kind of one-night stand that he kind of grew a little close to, how he was killed. They're saying it's suicide. He doesn't believe it. He goes back to the crime scene. He was murdered, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with it or have it pinned on him by the tribal leaders there, when in reality he's kind of wanting to avenge his lover, who just died. Well, not lover. He was kind of a one-night stand. I don't know. All I know is Shunka is quite the bear, and I don't mean in spiritual animal form. So he goes and finds the people who did this, and decides, what, fuck it, I can live with this if I kill them all in cold blood. And you find out at the end, the twist is, Joseph Crane wasn't really dead, he kind of faked his suicide, so Shunka would overreact like that, go on a killing spree, and then Joseph Crane's the leader for that, little tribal. Shunka feels betrayed, he feels fucked, he's pissed off because he was fucked over like that. It was a good issue as he returns to the reservation, lesson learned, as it were. Very good stuff. Next up from Marvel, we have Ultimate Avengers 2, number 1. This entire issue is mainly focusing on Frank Castle, the Punisher, finally seen in the Ultimate Universe. And the great thing is they don't really change the story around. Okay, lost his family, kills bad guys for a living, /fun, that's what he likes to do. So he's eventually captured by Captain America and Nick Fury. And Nick Fury explains to him that how he used to be in S.H.I.E.L.D., but now he's in charge of the S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Black Ops Squad, and they need kind of a Captain America of their own. And so Frank Castle's like, yeah, whatever, if it gets me out of prison, sure. If I get to kill people for a living, get paid for it, sure, why not? And the outfit that they have the Punisher in is funny because it's reminiscent of the Punisher War Journal, back when Matt Fraction was writing it. Cover, it was like a variant cover, and people thought around that time that, Frank Castle was going to be Captain America in the 616 universe because of this wicked Punisher / Captain America costume. Well, we get to see it in this comic finally years later. I just thought that was a nice little touch. And now they're going to go rendezvous with the original Hulk, who's going to be also on this Black Ops team. Looking good. Lanil Yu's art looks fantastic in this issue. I'm happy. It was a good read. Next up from Oni Press, we have Stumptown number 3. Now we have Dex finding Charlotte and she's with Isabella, and Isabella tries to, get them away from Dex because she still thinks that Dex is working for her father, trying to get Charlotte back to him so he can apparently kill her or whatnot. Dex has to tell her, no, I'm here under her grandmother's, request to go and find out what's happening. And then after they're finally, there's a little bit of a tussle with the thugs who are after Dex once again. They rendezvous, Dex and Isabella, to talk about, what the Charlotte situation is. She finds out that Isabella's brother, Oscar, was kind of using Isabella in a way to get close to the tribal lands and so he can dig on, archaeology sites and then steal whatever items they found and sell them on the black market. But then at the end of the issue, we find out that Oscar beats them both to the punch. She's like, oh, no, Charlotte's safe in the safe house. Or so Isabella thought, then Oscar beats them there. So it's good stuff. I'm loving the art by Matthew Southworth. It is just great pulpy, crime, action-y feel to it. And that's what really helps make that comic with Greg Rucka's gorgeous, gorgeous storytelling. Great stuff. One more issue left. Do yourself a favor, go pick it up. Next up from DC, we have Green Lantern Corps number 37. Now, unfortunately, this is the epilogue and supposedly last book of Peter J. Tomasi, on his run of Green Lantern Corps, and it does go out with a blast. We have all of the lanterns rebuilding Oa, rebuilding the shrines to the Lost Lanterns and whatnot, and everyone's pissed at the Guardians. Everyone, even Salak, who is their little lapdog, he's even pissed at him too. And so Raynor and Guy, they go make an audience with the Guardians and say, this is what you need to do, because you're losing people left and right, and especially with this third law bullshit, get rid of the third law. Let lanterns love each other if they want. So him and Natu can, get it on legally. So at the end, the Guardians go, okay, listen, we'll go ahead and do this, that's fine. If it, keeps, they gotta step down off their high horses. No one's respecting them. Everyone wants to, pretty much hurt them in some way, physically, mentally, who knows. Great stuff, great epilogue, love it, go pick it up. Green Lantern fans, we have Tony Bedard coming up next arc, maybe even longer. Let's see how he does. And finally this week from Marvel, we have the Invincible Iron Man number 25. Stark might be penniless, he might be broke, but the one thing he is not is broke of ideas. He has decided to go green, just kind of like in the first movie. No longer into weapons, he is now going green, and he wants to have his repulsor technology in every school, in every bus, in every street light. He wants it widely available because you can it's rechargeable, it's long-lasting, and it never seems to run out. So he gets all of the billionaires and trillionaires of industry, captains of industry in this one room, and tells them, hey, listen, you can sign a license with me, and pay cash up front because you kind of need the money, and you will be, within 30 years, you will be fossil fuel free. If you're not licensed with me in the next 30 years, you will be extinct. Pretty much, that's kind of the threat, don't join us, you're gonna get cut. It was a good issue. He has a new suit, because with the materials, thanks to Reed Richards' little workshop, it's kind of, it's a more fitting suit. It's no longer bulky in spots and then slimmer in others. It kind of forms his body like a nice cocoon type of, not a cocoon, that just sounds stupid. It's kind of like metal spandex, as it were, because he is an Iron Man after all. Well, comic book fans, that does it this week for Camy's Comic Corner. If you want more Camy's Comic Corner goodness, check out Camy'sComicCorner.com. From there you can follow me on Twitter, on the forums, read my Book of the Month reviews, my movie reviews, WonderCon reviews, etc. Also, if you like any of the kick-ass t-shirts that you see me wearing on the show, I should get Shunka's bitch or something, I don't know. He's gay. I'd be a twink in that world, I guess. Head on over to www.deadlinegraphics.net and send Kelly an email. The deal going on for the month of May is if you buy one t-shirt, get the second t-shirt half off. So I can get one Scalped t-shirt and then get the second t-shirt half off of Shunka's bitch. And if you want more information, go to deadlinegraphics.net. There's only one name that I trust when it comes to comic book t-shirts, and that's Kelly. Also, big shout out to Rising Sun Creations at RSC-Online. They specialize in the best of US comic books, manga, and collectible toys imported straight from Japan. They have a contest going on. They have, where is it? It is the variant Iron Man 25, or Invincible Iron Man 25. It is the Iron Man 2 movie variant edition, 1 in 10. If you would like this bad boy and you live in the United States, send me an email at kingscomiccorner@gmail.com. In the subject line, put Iron Man Contest! And then include your shipping address, and one winner will be randomly selected and sent the gorgeous 1 in 10 variant later this week. Huge thanks to Rising Sun Creations at rc-online.com for putting on this contest. Well, that does it this week for Cammy's Comic Corner. I'll have a couple more videos coming up within the next week. And maybe even a Cammy's Comic Corner Geeky Talkie Mother's Day episode. I don't know. It might already be in production. Who knows? So in the meantime, in between time, this has been Cammy's Comic Corner. I've been your host, Cammy. Let's get rocking, people. Shunka!